Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Real Talk with Coach Sherry, and this channel is about workforce development, career readiness, entrepreneurship, and of course, real life, real issues, and real talk. I am so excited tonight to come to you live. And as you know, I come live every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today, as you can see from the ticker that's down below, this show is sponsored by Kreative Minds Create. I am so excited to have them as a sponsor of Real Talk with Coach Sherry. They are my first sponsorship. And they actually reached out to me. It is an amazing company. Have you ever had a person in your life, or you might be that person that is so hard to buy a special gift for, or someone that typically buys whatever it is that they want or need, and so it leaves you just wondering, what do I get them? What is that one special gift? Well, Kreative Minds Create, they create amazing jewelry that is personalized. So if you have that special picture, that special moment, a moment captured with a loved one, this company can actually put it in your jewelry. It comes in like a locket form, either in a heart, a circle, or a dog tag, and you can put a picture of you and your spouse, you and your children. It'll be a great gift for a grandparent, a great gift for your wife, even for your husband. If you know someone that's in the military, I looked on their site and they have these dog tags, and you can get the picture of the military loved one and give that to the person as a gift. There's birthdays coming up. There are the holidays coming up. And I know that we all start early thinking about, what can I get that someone special? Their prices are so reasonable, and the items come in gold as well as silver tone. And I'm going to put their information during the show. If you'd like, you can definitely go to their website. I highly recommend that you go to their website and check out all the great things that they can do around jewelry for you that would make things special. It is definitely the perfect sentimental gift. So if you have that person, that loved one that is hard to buy for, that one person that they just want that one special gift. They don't want a whole bunch of gifts, just that one special gift. This is a place to be. This is a place to go and get that special gift. Kreative Minds Create. And it's with a K. So if you're looking it up, it's creative with a K. So if you're listening and tuned in, it's Kreative, Minds Create. And the second create is with a C. And I'm just so happy that they are the sponsor. I will be talking more about Kreative Minds Create throughout the show, because once again, they are sponsoring tonight's show. So this is episode number 14. I'm going to change my banner. Okay, so yes, the best gifts are created. That's their tag. Kreative Minds Create. The best gifts are created. Absolutely, they are. I see Monique Scott. Hi, Monique. Hi, Soror. So great to see you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm excited. I hope that you heard about my sponsor for tonight's show, Kreative Minds Create. I'm so happy that they have selected this Real Talk episode to sponsor. And if you are a business, large or small, and you are interested in sponsorship, please be sure to reach out to me. I will have my email address in the description box below, and I can talk and discuss more with you about opportunities to sponsor one of my live streams. All right, so tonight is episode 14, and I have my notebook out because I wanted to make sure to capture all the nuggets that I wanted to share with you. I highly recommend that you get your pen and paper ready so that you can also capture those nuggets. One thing that I really love is marketing. I have been marketing probably the majority of my life that I've been in business, involved with business. Marketing is so, so important when you are new to business, when you have an established business, regardless of where you are at, large or small. Marketing is always going to be one of the number one things that you can do, that you have to do. And marketing is continuous. It's not one and done. You have to continuously market. You have to go back and look at your marketing to make sure it's still relevant. You have to make sure that it's still speaking to your audience. Make sure that you're still speaking to the same audience, because sometimes your target audience may change, and you need to make sure that your business is speaking to them so that they can get what they need from you and come back. So the type of marketing that I enjoy is called attraction marketing. Attraction marketing is when you are attracting a particular target group, a niche, and you are directing all of your marketing efforts, all of your branding towards the likes of that particular group. Even when you are going for a job, your resume is your attraction marketing document. You are trying to attract the proper job, the next move, the career, the promotion to you. So you put things on your resume that will be attractive to the employer that's reading it, so that they can bring you in to learn more about you through an interview. Well, it's the same thing with business. You want to have materials, you want to have communication pieces. You want to market and brand your business to attract your ideal customer, and not just a one and done customer, but a customer that will also refer other customers to you that are like them, as well as to come back for more than one purchase. So it's really important that you create marketing that will be attractive to your ideal client. Hi, Zaya Rose. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. I'm doing well today. Thank you. So I have Monique and I have Zaya Rose in the building. Thank you both for being here. So with attraction marketing, there are certain things that you really need to take into consideration. And these are things that I really want you to write down and capture. So you want to know who they are, and you want to be as detailed as possible when you consider who your ideal market is, who your ideal client is. Even if you are a content creator, you want to create content that's going to attract a certain type of person. You don't want to just shoot in the dark and try to attract the masses. Is not saying that other people outside of your target market won't be attracted to you, but it's so much easier when you are just speaking with one voice to one person versus trying to appeal to everyone. And like I said, it's not like everyone's not going to be appealing to you. It's not like you're not going to appeal to a lot of other people, but to have that one voice so that you can concentrate your efforts in one space. So you want to know who they are. You want to be very detailed. What is the gender? Are you targeting women or are you targeting men? It seems that a lot of women YouTubers especially tend to attract more women because, you know, they're speaking their language. They're addressing their concerns. When I look at my analytics, the majority of my viewers are women. So you want to know their gender, but you also want to know their age. What is the age range? Because in different generations, the way that you speak, the colors that you have on, your tone of voice, the content that you send out will appeal to certain age ranges. And that's another great thing about YouTube analytics. It will also show you the age range of the average person that watches your content. You want to know what their occupation is. Do they work in the home? Do they work out of the home? Now, with C19, most people are working in the home. But you want to know, are they in the medical profession? Are they business people? Are they educators? What type of occupation does your ideal client have? Also, their education. Are they high school age? And this goes into generations. Are they college educated? Do they have an associate's degree? Do they have certifications? Do they just have a high school diploma or a GED? You want to know, what is their education level? Are there doctorates? Do they have Juris Doctorates? Do they have master's degrees? So you want to make sure that when you are writing these things down, which is a profile of your ideal person that would be a client, a customer, a person that you're trying to attract, You're writing all these details down. Remember, you want to be as detailed as possible. You're detailing your ideal client, your ideal customer, your ideal person that you're marketing whatever you have to offer to. What extracurricular activities do they enjoy? Do they like to hike? Do they like to read, listen to music? Do they like the outdoors, gardening? Do they like to just stay inside and clean the home, decorate? What are some of their extracurricular hobbies? Do they like to paint? Do they like to make jewelry? These are things that are going to be very important. What are their concerns? So your ideal client, your ideal customer will have certain concerns that you can possibly have solutions for, concerns that you will address. And so what are some of their concerns, some of their worries, some of their fears, some of their problems? What are the challenges that they are facing on a day-to-day? Is it of them being a parent and they're just concerned about the education that their children are receiving or not receiving? Do they have any fears? Do they have any painful circumstances? These are things that you want to consider when you are writing the profile of the particular client or customer that you are trying to attract your marketing towards. What are their dreams, their aspirations, their wishes, their goals, their wants, their likes, their needs? What are those things? And if you're having a hard time thinking about it, if what you offer is something that you love, something that you wish someone offered to you, think about yourself and you answer those questions. But what is the ideal client, the ideal customer, the ideal person that you would love, that would gain so much from the information that you are sharing, that would gain so much from the product that you're selling, that would gain so much by just being part of what you are offering? You want to write all of this down. So far we have, being detailed about who they are as a person, how they look, what type of education that they have, their age. We have what are their concerns, their top concerns, their worries, their challenges, their fears. Then you want to know why are they concerned or have those problems. You want to know the why. They have these concerns, they have these fears, they have these challenges. But the question is now, why? Why do they have those? And these are things that you need to write down and consider and write them out fully. Don't shortchange yourself on these. All of these need to be answered because these are the things that you will have solutions to. These are things that you will have answers for. What are their dreams, their aspirations, their wishes, goals, wants, likes, and needs? And you want to create a list outlining what's stopping them. What's stopping them or what's holding them back from achieving those goals, achieving those wants and needs? What's stopping them? Is it finances? Is it self-awareness? Is it support? Even if you don't see them, when I was caring for my mother and we lived in Virginia, I had clients all over the country that I was able to provide support for through coaching via the telephone. And so a lot of consultants, they, especially now with C19, are going back to that, doing more consultations and things like that over the phone versus in person. How maybe you could be that support for them. You might be the only support that they have in their business, in getting a new career, a new job, in deciding to go back to school. You might be that support that they may need. Create a list outlining what's stopping them and what's holding them back from what they want, their dreams, aspiration, wishes, or goals. List out subjects, controversies, books, people, authors, or any topics of interest they might have. So when you think about your ideal client or customer, what are some of the books that they love to read? What are some of their interests? What are some of the authors that they listen to? What are some subjects that might pique their interest? If it's a parent, it might be vacationing. It might be restaurants. It might be eating. It might be playing outside. It might be family activities. If it's someone that's into gardening, it might be garden tools. It might be variations of plants and vegetables. What are some of those things that you can list that you'll know even that much more about the person that you are trying to attract through your marketing. I see Vern's Junk Closet is in the building. Hello, Vern. It's so good to see you. I see a Poet Unleashed. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for thumbing up this live. I appreciate everyone. If you can thumb up this live as you come into the building, I would greatly appreciate it. And please be sure to join the live chat. I'm going to ask if you have any questions in just a little bit so that we can make this a little more intimate and personal, and you'll be able to get some of your questions addressed. Tonight, we are talking about attraction marketing. That is a very specific way to market your business, to market your opportunity, to market anything that you may have. Attraction marketing takes a lot of the guesswork out. You're not just wasting money shooting in the dark, trying anything, seeing what sticks. No, you actually have to plan this out. When you are venturing into business, when you are venturing into anything that's going to create another stream of income, it's important to do your research and to know who is your customer, who are your clients. That's really important because you want to focus on their needs and their wants because you are that solution. And if you are truly that solution, then you need to have them attracted to what you're offering because they need it. So this is really important. Hi, Sister Fifi Tyson. Good to see you in the building. How are you doing? Okay, you're with your husband? I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad that he's home and safe and sound. So that's great. All right. So now we're talking about step 2, which is the formula for attraction marketing. I hope you have your pen and paper and are taking notes because there are some nuggets being dropped here tonight. So you want to brainstorm topics. You know, this is something, sometimes it's easier said than done. And a lot of times when I am sharing information with you, this is information that I've been doing for years and years, and I actually have started taking it for granted. And when you start taking things for granted, you tend to slack off a little bit. But no matter where you are, no matter what stage you're at, no matter how familiar you are with something, sometimes you need to revisit it and implement it again. Start all over, start from scratch, go from point A. And I find myself doing that a lot with different business practices that I'm very familiar with. It's like, oh yeah, I might have skipped that step because I just took it for granted. But it's really important to incorporate everything into everything that you do. If it's writing things down, if it's really trying to focus on what the person's needs are and not just assuming, not just saying, well, I think this is what they want. No, really do some research and figure it out because it's going to be important with the messages that you send out to them because you want to make sure that you're giving your customer, your client, that ideal person exactly what they need. You want to become that go-to person for them. So you want to brainstorm different topics. And I know a lot of YouTubers talk about a content creator book, a notebook that you would keep different notes in, different ideas that you may have, ideas on topics. And you can have 3 different types of categories. One would be a straightforward review. And I see a lot of reviews on YouTube, reviews on products, reviews on places to go, reviews on restaurants, reviews on reviews on different things that you can use to help your YouTube channel. They have TubeBuddy, they have the YouTube Studio, and different people give reviews on how those things worked for them. Solving a problem, that's another category. And a lot of us have solutions to so many problems. And solving a problem could be even a cooking show. There's so many people that don't have creative recipes. And so they look at cooking shows to get ideas of different ways to cook. I know Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab, she cooks everything gluten-free. So people that may have just started a gluten-free diet, they might find a channel like hers so that they can learn, oh, okay, I can make this and it's what I used to have, but it doesn't have the gluten in it. And so solving a problem could be just that simple. Solving a problem could also be similar to my sponsor for my show tonight. Creative Minds Create, where you have a person that you have a gift that you have to purchase. A special occasion is coming up, and you have that person in your life that has everything, that if she doesn't have it or if he doesn't have it, they buy it themselves. Well, Creative Minds Create, they have amazing jewelry that's customized and personalized. That is so amazing. It's such a great keepsake. And I'm going to put the website down again so that you can check it out. Let's see. I'm just going to lace them through. And there's the website again. I want to thank them again for sponsoring this show tonight. But if you have, that could be a problem, and they can solve your problem. You send them a picture and you have a beautiful keepsake. I know someone was saying that a parent had passed for one of their friends, and they sent the picture of themselves, of the friend and that parent, to Creative Minds Create. And they created a beautiful necklace and sent it to the friend whose parent had passed away. And that was a wonderful, thoughtful gift. And it could be something as simple as that. I have a friend whose son went to the military, and that's her only child. So once I get a picture of him in his uniform, I'm going to get a necklace made for her so that she can have her son in that way. And so these are different ways that, can solve problems. Solving someone who might miss someone, solving a problem where, like I said, someone that's hard to buy a gift for. And who doesn't love a keepsake gift? You can never turn that away. It's something that a person would cherish. So I love it. Thank you, Sister Fifi, for welcoming everyone in. I appreciate that. Let's see. Who else? I see we have 5 in the building. Hi, Jading, sir, 28. Good to see you here. Thank you for being here. And so I said there was a straightforward review. There's a solving a problem, which is a category. And then there's a combination of both. And oftentimes I find that, especially on YouTube, many people are a combination of both. They review things as well as solve problems. And that really is the best place to be. That's when you are a hybrid. That's when you are covering different things. You are solving a problem, you are giving a review, you're giving ideas, suggestions, and that's what a lot of people are seeking. They really want a combination of both. And when you have a topic on your list, write 1 or 2 sentences down, because remember, you're going to capture your topics in your notebook. When you have a topic, write 1 or 2 sentences of a summary, and you're going to talk about what you plan to say. What are you going to say about that topic? What is the main idea for that topic? I know this is starting to sound a little bit like English class, English 101, but you know what? Those classes are purposeful. A lot of times teachers don't always tie it in, and they should. They should say, you know what? I'm teaching you this English class. You don't think you're going to need to know how to write this sentence or to write this paragraph or whatever. But in the future, if you have any type of business, you're going to have marketing. You're going to have to market that business, and understanding how to write a little 1 or 2 sentence summary about a topic is going to be very important. So this is when it comes in handy. So this way you'll have an overview, a slight overview of what you want to cover on that topic. Keywords are so important. And I know when I talked about resumes before, keywords was definitely something that I mentioned, and how keywords should be laced throughout the resume. The point of the keywords is they jump out. They jump out at the person that's viewing. They jump out at the person that is listening to what you're talking about. So when I'm talking about attraction marketing, I'm going to have attraction marketing somewhere in my title, in my description, so that it can jump out and be searched and found by my target market. My target market for this would be people who are in business, people who want to market their business, people who want to grow their business, people that want to build their business with people that are going to not just be a customer that's one and done, but a return customer, someone that sees value in what they have to offer. So there's some keyword search engines. We have the search engine optimization, that's the SEO. And of course, for YouTube, we have the TubeBuddy, we have YouTube Studio that has opportunities in areas where you can do keyword searches, but niche keywords and good keywords are two other sites. So niche keywords, NICHE keywords, and good keywords are two other sites that really are helpful with finding keywords. If you are in the process of building your website should be laced with keywords as well, so that when people do keyword searches, or when they're typing in certain things, and if your business is associated with those words, they should be listed or somehow laced on your website. Just like, and I hear this from Carter's Eats all the time with the description on YouTube, on your videos, keywords are really, really important. I'm still trying to master exactly where on the description box or in the description box do all the keywords go, because I really want to try to learn how to get the keywords on top of the picture. I don't know if you've ever seen the hashtag and keywords that some people will have under their thumbnail, and that's something that I'm trying to still master. So always something to learn, always something to learn. Let me see who else is in the building. Immaculate Training. Oh, you're tuning in from Europe. Hey, how are you? Thank you. I hope you're having a great season. I hope things are going well for you over there and that you're staying safe and healthy. I can't wait to talk to you and bring you on. I know that everyone will be excited. That's Brandis Raleigh Ross, everyone. And I don't know if you remember, but he was on my very first episode. So this is episode 14, and he was on my first one that I had, my Real Talk with Coach Sherry, and he's over in Europe playing basketball. So cheers to you. Let's see. Hi, Boss Lady Denise. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for tuning in. That's so awesome. Okay, so we talked about the keywords. Let's see. I have my notes here. I don't want to forget anything. I want you to consider these things, and this is something else that I want you to write down. These are questions that I want you to ask yourself, okay? What niche do you occupy? I know that people are in different lanes, they're in different lanes, especially on YouTube, because I can speak for myself. I've been on YouTube for many years. I knew what my voice was going to be. I knew it all along, and that's basically the lane that I stayed in. But when I was trying to grow my channel, I started to get a little bit distracted on how I should grow my channel. Because, you see other people doing things that I enjoy seeing. I enjoy looking at them, but that's not really who I am. That's not really my voice. That's not really my brand. But I was getting a little conflicted, like maybe I should be in that lane, because that lane moves really fast. And if I'm in that lane, I could probably reach my destination a lot quicker. But if I was in that lane and if I reached my destination quicker, who's with me? Who am I bringing with me? Because the people that I attract through my marketing, because of who I am and what I'm known for, they're not necessarily going to be in that fast lane. So I might get to the finish line and I may have a lot of people with me, but are they going to really stay with me? So that's why I just stick to my lane. You know how that's kind of like a saying, stay in your lane. I'm staying in my lane and I know what my niche is. So what niche do you occupy? You can't be straddling two lanes. Think about the highway. If you are trying to cross over into a lane, you might get hit. You're definitely going to get honked at. So what lane are you in? And understand that lane. Know how fast you should be going in that lane. And know that there's so many cars behind you because they are following you, because you have what they need. You are giving them solutions to their problems. You know what they like. You know what support they need. And so they are coming in your backwind. And that's where you need to be. When you straddle, you'll get to your destination, but you might be beat up. You might be confused. You might even have to be towed there. I don't want to be towed to the finish line. I want to get there in a one piece. And I want to know that after I get through that finish line, there's another race that I can go into. Okay. What problems do you solve? Ask yourself, what problems do you solve? What type of solutions are you providing for the people that you're attracting? What problems are you solving? Okay. So theme-based content attracts targeted visitors. So, I talked about writing down your topics and everything. If you can do a theme, think about, it might be baking cupcakes. You'll attract a bunch of people, a ton of people that love cupcakes, that love decorating cupcakes, love baking cupcakes, but you just might be a baker. So yeah, you can make cakes, you can make cookies. What are your themes? Do you have holiday themes? Do you have special occasion themes, like for birthdays, anniversaries? Do you have seasonal themes? That's another way that you can attract certain people to you and to what you have to offer. There's a store, what's it called? It's like the Christmas store, I forget, but they only open around October through Christmas because they have a set of customers that can sustain them for the whole year just in those few months. So you don't have to necessarily have a business that's going to run all year round. However, you are going to continuously market and build and research for that business, even if it's not open, so that when you are open, you are taking full advantage of that opportunity. Okay. Original content wins confidence and trust by providing sought after information and establishing yourself in a niche. So you want to try to be original. I know that there's a lot of things that trend. Trending is great. I look at it like clothing. Growing up, my mother would never buy me trendy clothes. I had to buy, or I had an aunt that would buy me designer jeans and things like that. My mother would never buy those for me. She was more into the classic type of look. She preferred things that were timeless, things that will stand the test of time. So yes, trendy things are amazing. I love them. I think they're cool to look at. They make me laugh. They make me think. But when you have something that is timeless, that means no matter when a person looks at it, it's going to be relevant. And I look at YouTube for me as part of my legacy. And I've said this before in other videos. It's a part of me that my future, my children's children, their children's children, I want them to be able to look up videos in the future when I'm long gone and see the content that I have created and it still be relevant. And these are messages to them. These are nuggets for them, nuggets that I won't personally necessarily be able to share with them, but they are able to still get them, capture them, and it's still relevant. I listen to my dad and things that he's been talking about. I'm 50 now. So things he's been talking about for 50 years is still relevant. It's still a mainstay. It's still solid. And that's what I want to build, a solid foundation by having things that are original, that are necessary, and do it with confidence and have people trust in what I'm saying, what I am sharing, that, these are just some solid steps. These are things that really work. Attraction marketing, it really works. I see Vernell Livingston. Oh, okay. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being in the building. I'm sorry, my voice is a little hoarse this evening. It's been a very long week. It's been a very productive week, but I wanted to come here to share with you about attraction marketing. And all of your work that you do with attraction marketing, when you look up, you have your notebook, it's filled with information. You know exactly who your ideal client is. You know exactly who your ideal customer is. You know exactly who you are speaking to. When all of that work is done, you will look up and see how it all pays off. You will have new clients. You will have new customers. You will have repeat customers. You will have people that are now recommending you. You will have people that are sharing you out. You will have people that really are putting into action the things that you're saying, and it's making a difference in their life. And that's what it's all about. seeing those changes that people are making because of the solutions that you are providing. And that's what it's all about. Okay, these are not tricks, they're not games. These are just things that work in business. These are things that work in life. When I talk business, I'm talking about real life also. So I have clients and customers that don't have a business, but they have themselves. So you are your business, you are your brand. Whether you have a product that you're selling or not, you are still representing who you are. And oftentimes that's all you need. But either way, you still want to attract the things that are good for you, the things that will serve you, the things that you will serve. It's just like even with dating, that's attraction marketing. Who are you attracting in your personal life? Who is in your circle? I know some women and men will say, I don't know why I keep attracting the same type of person. This is insane. It's not working. I always attract the people that are no good or whatever. Or you could be on the opposite end. Wow, I always attract amazing people. I can say, yes, I've been married for 25 years. It'll be 26 years in February. And I've always attracted great guys. I used to always say, I wish I was a twin because these are some great dudes. But, whether you're attracting good people or not, you have to reflect on why that is. Why are you attracting people that are the same? What is it about you? Maybe you need to change, have a different outlook, a different conversation, a different posture. And that's with business. If you continuously attract customers that don't come back or customers that complain, you have to revamp your business. You have to look and see how you're doing things. And that's the way that is for real. Let's see. Okay, I see everyone speaking. That is great. All right. I want to once again thank my sponsor, Kreative Minds Create. And as you can see, that's the website right there on the screen. They were so generous to sponsor this show. The principal owner is Moni Linnell, and Moni Linnell reached out to me. She loves what's going on here at Real Talk with Coach Sherry lives on Friday night. And she was like, you know what? I want to sponsor your show. And that is another stream, you guys. I'm not even monetized, but that is still another stream. When someone sees the value in what you're doing, you just never know what doors will open. That was such a blessing. I am so grateful for this sponsorship. If any of you have small businesses and you would like to be sponsored, or you would like to sponsor Real Talk with Coach Sherry, I definitely will be open to that. I will have my email address in the description box below. And because she is a sponsor, I have her website here. I will also have it in the description box below. I highly recommend that you go to this website, Kreative Minds Create. She has beautiful items, jewelry that is customized and personalized with pictures of loved ones. And it's such a keepsake. It's that gift that keeps on giving, because when a person looks at it, they will always remember who gave it to them. And they will always be able to see the faces of their loved ones. It's great for grandmothers. It's great for mothers. It's great for for your anniversary. It might be a special wedding anniversary, and you might want to show the original wedding picture on the necklace, and that's a great gift. So just think about different things. If someone's getting married, you might put their engagement picture in the necklace or on a bracelet. I know I love keepsakes like that, like a bracelet or a necklace, things with my children's names on it. And if I have something with their picture, that's another plus. Oh my goodness. I love things like with hearts, with crosses, with just things that I can collect and have and just look down and just remember where I received it. I love charm bracelets, things like that. But this site, I highly recommend you go check them out. Very reasonable, great quality work. It's Kreative Minds Create. So I see everyone is talking in the live. I want to open the floor up now for questions around attraction marketing. So if you have any questions regarding attraction marketing, please ask me now. Oh, thank you, Sister Fifi Tyson. I'm glad you caught me live as well, Vernell. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Any questions? Oh my goodness, Vernell, yes. Oh, so Vernell and she connected with me through my ALS series that I had, the last 6 days of living with ALS. And in one of the comments, she said ALS stands for Always Love Sherry. And I thought that was so ultra 1,000 hearts sweet. Thank you so much for now. That made me feel so good, even just reading that just now. Thank you. So any questions? Do you think, okay, so Monique Scott said, do you think podcasting will be equally effective as YouTube? So the thing with podcasting is the podcasting, you don't see the person. So it's almost like the radio. Whereas YouTube, it's visual, but at the same time, a lot of people just really listen to YouTube. So I think podcast has so many different platforms. That's going to be the challenge. People will have to determine which podcast they're going to go to. Where are they going to listen? Is it through Apple? Is it through another medium, another platform? Whereas YouTube is YouTube. We might have other social media. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, but YouTube is YouTube. And if you want to get videos, if you want to get content, billions of people know about YouTube and they go to that spot. Whereas, yes, a lot of people know about podcasts, but they're going to so many different podcasts. And so I think that's where the challenge is going to be for podcasts to grow as big as YouTube. I hope that answered your question, Monique. So Vernell says, if you wanted to start an online business, how would you attract people to your online business? And you wanted to start small. So one way to attract people to your online business, Vernell, would be to either do a blog and write about it, post about it on Twitter, especially on Twitter, utilizing keywords, understanding what your market wants, what they need, what your solution is. You want to be solutions based. So even if it's a product, if your product is going to solve a problem that your customer that you're attracting has, you want to put little snippets about what it is that is concerning them. And that will attract them because they're looking for a solution. I know when I had a jewelry business, that's one thing I would do. I would talk about, different occasions where people are trying to find those hard to find unique pieces. When, we were doing real estate, even trying to attract people online with that all over the country, it was about, are you looking for a 55 and older community in the South that will be no maintenance, things like that. But I would say you would have to put out different information on social media. Twitter is great. Instagram is okay if you change your Instagram account to business, where people can just join your page without having to get approved by you. And that's why I say Twitter is typically a lot better, because you are reaching people all over the world. Instagram, Facebook tends to be more of your family and friends. But if you change your Instagram account to a business account, that would be a different situation. And of course, on Facebook, you can get a business page and you can also advertise. Facebook is really good, where at a minimum cost, you can market to your target audience. They'll ask you a lot of questions of who you're trying to reach, and they will send out advertisements about your page to those types of people. So that's definitely a platform that I recommend to use. If you have a website, if you could put a blog on that website and write out, it might be a product review. I don't know if you have a product or what type of service you have, but typing out a review on the product that you have. If you don't have a product, but you may do public speaking or teaching or whatever, when you do an event, you want to also blog about that to show that you are really active in your business. Any new cutting edge information on the industry that you're in, you want to share that, so it shows that you are up to date and that you stay relevant with the information, because people who are looking for a solution, they want to make sure that they're getting the most current information to help them with their situation. Okay. Thank you for that question. I love questions. Let's see. And Sister Fifi Tyson, isn't that sweet? Sister Fifi, oh my goodness. That's the sweetest thing. All right. So Sister Fifi also asks, do you think it's best to building on one platform at a time? Well, I don't, with social media, everything is so cross related. I'm finding that a lot of my YouTube friends are now my Instagram friends because the social media platforms are somehow linked together and the algorithms are able to sense who you already know. I'm seeing YouTube friends popping up on my Facebook as suggested friends. So even if you did want to concentrate on one platform at a time, the algorithms are almost making it impossible to do so. So you basically will have to cross build. If you can link the different sites together so that you could just post one time. There is a platform. It might not even be relevant anymore because things change so much. But there are certain platforms that you can just have a dashboard with all of your social media accounts and post on them all at the same exact time. And that saves a lot of time and energy instead of going back and forth. So that's a really great platform. I need to try to remember what is the one that I used to use. I can't remember. Okay. Hi, Conversations with D. Good to see you here. Let's see. And so Monique is saying, and I see Mrs. Newton's big family, big noise. Thank you. Hi, how are you? It's so great to see everyone in the chat. I love it. Thank you, Vern. Yes, thank you for the congratulations on my sponsor. I'm so excited. You have no idea that means a lot to me. That means a lot. And if you guys don't know, I am sponsored by Kreative Minds Create. They are sponsoring tonight's live. And as you know, I am live every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are a small to mid-sized business and are interested in having your business shouted out during my live, it would be my pleasure. I can discuss the different I just got tongue-tied, but I can discuss the different levels that I have for sponsorships, and I will have my email address in the description box below. So Kreative Minds Create is my sponsor for tonight's show. I will have their information. It will be in the description box. And as you know, with videos, they last until. And I'm hopeful that all my videos will last until, because this is my legacy. This is the information I'm leaving, not just for you all, but also for my future generation, my children's children. And with that, so will now Kreative Minds Create will be part of that. So this is awesome. This is a great opportunity. So I appreciate you all for being here. And I hope that you go to their website and check out the amazing items that they have, the keepsake jewelry, pieces of jewelry that are beautiful and that are so thoughtful. If you're into thoughtful gifts, this is where you will find them. Kreative Minds Create. So thank you so much. Yes, Vern. Yes, I do have an idea. It is an awesome feeling. Okay, let me see. I must have missed something. I see the chat is moving. If anyone has any questions regarding attraction marketing or business, please be sure to ask me. Thank you, Sister Fifi, for welcoming everyone in. Oh, HootSuite. Okay, I think that might be it, Positive Pusher. How are you, Positive Pusher? HootSuite. So if you all are in the chat and you can see, the Positive Pusher has put that they use HootSuite. And that's a dashboard where you can actually link all of your social media accounts and put one post up and it will go to all of them at the same time. That saves so much time. One of the things, time is money, especially when it's your business or anybody's business, really, because if someone's working for you, their time is money too. So yes, HootSuite is really, really good. Thank you for welcoming everyone, Sister Fifi Tyson. Does anyone else have anything that they use, another dashboard or platform that they use for their social media? And so Vernell is saying, because people say I'm good with giving information about everything. I have a lot of knowledge about everything, and they always calling me to see what my solution is or old remedies. And okay, so Vernell, that's kind of how I started as well. You know, I've always had some type of business, but then people would always ask me about something regarding marketing. People were starting businesses and they just wanted to have some information on how to market their business. And one day, this was years ago, this is probably about 2001 or something like that. And my husband said, you know, this is a business, right? All these people calling you, that's a business. That's a consulting business. People make money off of doing this. And I was like, you think? I mean, I don't really. And he said, yeah, all the work that you're doing, you helping them with Marcoms, which is a marketing communications plan. You're helping them with business ideas, all those things. That's a business. And so I started looking into it. And that's when I started. And it was called Marketing Takeover. That was the name of my business. And I did that when I was caring for my mother. I would help small businesses do attraction marketing. I would develop brochures for them, help them create events that would really help with their branding, different things to attract their ideal clients to their businesses or to their organization. So Vernell, you know, think about that. What is it that you do really, really good? The one thing that people really love and come to you for the most, and try to craft a business from that. Businesses could be made out of just about anything. You will be so surprised of all the things that people make a business out of. It's surprising to me when people don't really have business ideas, but if you think about it, there is an idea and there's one that has your name on it. Definitely. And let's see. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the positive pusher is giving more information on HootSuite. And she's saying that, yes, and you can schedule posts in advance as well. I'm trying to tell you, the positive pusher, I use HootSuite probably, wow, it's been a long time. It was probably the early 2000s. So it's good to hear that they are still up and running. I bet you the platform is probably so dynamic now. I can't wait. I'm going to check it out. So Vern's Junk Closet is saying, I was reluctant on using Facebook, but it has proven me wrong. It is going amazing, and they are promoting me more than I thought. I don't know what elbow. Oh, are you doing this? All right. Yes, Facebook. And, you know, so after when I lived in Virginia, I would join the Chamber of Commerce, the local Chamber of Commerce. And I wrote a book that it was a workbook, and it was how to market your business on Facebook. And I had a lunch and learn. I invited business owners, small business owners, to the Chamber of Commerce. And as a member, you know, that was basically included in my membership. It was a bring your own brown bag lunch, but they came with their lunch. And for an hour, I would go over that workbook and tell them different ways that they can market their business using Facebook. And using that Facebook marketing piece was so huge. And so many of them didn't know about it. I didn't charge for the class, but I did charge for the book. It was a spiral bound workbook so that they can write down their topic ideas, their business information, their, different types of advertisement that they may use, just different things that they can just capture and have it in one place. And they loved it. And it, things come ebbs and flow. And but I do know that Facebook, and I know that they've elevated their marketing piece as well. So Vern, if you are using that now, I know it is doing a great thing. And so Vernell is saying, I'm going to think about that and I'm going to email you, but I need a week. Oh, okay. All right. Not a problem. Let's see. I need somebody to help me manage the live stream. Okay. So Monique Scott has said, do you offer one-on-one coaching for a small business or individual to help them drill down their talents and gifts? I absolutely do, Monique. Thank you for asking that. I do offer one-on-one sessions for small businesses, for people who have an existing business and are just trying to figure out what next steps they should take, and for people that are just trying to figure out what type of business might be for them, or for someone to try to uncover what their actual talents and gifts are, because they just don't know. They don't know what their purpose is. They're not quite sure what their passion is. They know something's inside, but they just aren't sure what it is. And I do absolutely provide one-on-one sessions for that. If you are interested in learning more about those one-on-one sessions and what it entails, the cost that's associated with it, I will definitely leave my email address down below. When I coach businesses, my sole purpose is for them to start and continue and not start and stop. Because what a lot of businesses do is they start and then they stop, and they were just about to have that amazing breakthrough if they would have just taken 2 more steps. The doorknob was right there, but they stop because they get frustrated, because they have naysayers in their corners, because failure is so much more comfortable than success, because success puts you off balance. Success is challenging. Success is having to plan. Failing, you don't have to plan anything. You just fall back, you know? And so when people always say, oh, they were afraid of success. No, they weren't afraid of, they would say they're afraid of failure. They don't want to, no, they don't mind. It's the success, because people don't always plan for the what's next. And so with one-on-one coaching, you have someone, and if it's me, it's me, but to help you go through that next step so that you will continue and not stop. Okay, so you could be comfortable with the success because you're planning for it. Anything that you plan for, you will be comfortable with and you will have success with. Absolutely. Okay, Mrs. Newton's Big Family, Big Noise is saying that she loves Facebook. It's helping me a lot with my small business. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I used to be there. Used to start and stop. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, thank you for that question, Monique. Absolutely. Okay, does anyone have any other questions or concerns or last minute thoughts? So what I always do, and I said I was going to do this when I do, my lives with just me. I always ask, especially if I'm in a live group, what is the one nugget that you are taking away from today's live? What is that one nugget, that one thing that you are going to implement into your life right away? What is that one thing that was like an aha moment for you? If you can take the time out, there's 6 in the live right now. If you can take the time out and write it in the chat, what is your one nugget that you are taking from this live? And I'll give you a minute because I'm curious. And this, for those of you who can't wait for the description box to be updated after this live, this is my email address. It's coachsherryjones@gmail.com. Okay. And this is the website to my sponsor for today's live, Kreative Minds Create, where the best gifts are creative. The best gifts are creative. I hope you all take a moment to go to their website. I want you to also place mark their website for when you have that special occasion, the holidays, birthdays, just because, thinking of you, sympathy, whatever the occasion is, think about Kreative Minds Create, because they have the most creative gifts, and the creative gifts are the best gifts ever. They really are. So let me see. What are some of the nuggets? I see Monique Scott, it said, write things down. Yes, writing things down makes it stick. We always think we have such great memories and we're going to remember that. But it can go in your head and then you have another moment with something amazing and you forget that last thought, that last idea. Or so many people are so quick to put it in their phone. But then what if your phone gets lost, destroyed, whatever? You just never know. And you might have it in your phone, but you forget. And just having it written down in one place, it just makes things so much easier. Vernell is saying, don't procrastinate with your ideas for them to work. Don't be afraid, just do it. I'm not afraid. I just needed some guidance from someone who knew about it. Oh, yeah. Don't be afraid. Have more faith than fear. Definitely more faith than fear. I was talking with one of my apprentices today, and he was telling, it was an evaluation. And he was telling me some things that he was going to try to do. I told him I needed him to take the word try out. I need him to affirm what he is going to do. So he is going to be doing this. He is doing this. He is now eating better. He's making better choices, not trying to make better choices, but he is making better choices. So don't try, do. Don't talk about it, be about it. Because when you trying something, you could talk about it. If it fails, if you tried, right? But if you're doing it, you are doing it. That becomes part of who you are. So do it. Absolutely. Mrs. Newton's Big Family, Big Noise said, I came late. However, my aha moment for my business was when I decided to stop being scared and went live to share my beautiful jewelry with others. Yes. Ooh, Mrs. Newton's Big Family, Big Noise. I'm trying to tell you, for me going live, that thing right there, it took so much for me to be pushed out to go live. And I definitely have to give credit to Sister Fifi Tyson for being that support for me to do my first live. It's still not perfect. There's still a lot of things that I want to do to make it better. But you know what? Nothing is going to be perfect. Everything is a work in progress. So it's just about doing it. Just get up and do it. So I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad you did it, and I'm glad that it's helping your small business, your jewelry business. That's awesome. Vern's Junk Closet said her nugget is to branch out to other avenues to help your business to thrive. Yes, thrive. Thriving is so important. Strive to thrive, and know that to me, thrive means it's so expansive. Thriving is like doing the butterfly stroke in the pool. Things just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So just keep going, keep going, keep going. Know that you will never arrive. It's always going to be something. It's always going to be that next big thing, but go for it. Keep thriving. Absolutely. And Vernell said, can you go live twice a week, Sherry? I admire people that go live multiple times a week. I admire that. When I pour out information, when I share, I'm so passionate. This is like eating food to me. It takes a lot out of me, especially when I feel that people are receiving the things that I'm saying. And so I'm not sure if I have enough energy right now I probably have to get in better shape. If you can believe that, I probably need to get into better shape to do more than one live a week, because of all that it takes out of me. Because what I'm doing here, I do it for others live just about every day, with my apprentices, my interns, my family. And so what I'm giving you, trust me, this is, I love it. And it's a lot. I'm giving you all that I have. I want to give more, and I probably will. I know I'm going live tomorrow at 4:00 with Vern. We are Vern's Junk Closet. So please be sure to check that out. We're going to be live with Nikki. Vern, can you, if you can, put a little information about that in the chat? We're going to be talking about home-based business and different types of home-based businesses, how to get started with your home-based business, how to work from home, just a lot of things around working from home and home-based businesses. So if that is something that will interest you, check us out at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, which is Saturday. And I'm excited for that. I was invited by Verns to be on that panel, and it's going to be really interesting. I know you all are going to gather some great nuggets. So that's not officially like my second live, but it is my second live for the week. But thank you for even wanting me to go live more than one day a week. Burnell, I appreciate that. That speaks volumes, and I receive that. And you're going to motivate me and inspire me to want to go live. I'm going to have to build up my endurance, walk a little bit more. So let's see what else everyone is saying. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so the positive pusher is saying, I will say that my current dilemma is bringing to life my ideas. I don't consider myself as a very creative person. I need to get it out of my head and made a reality. Yeah, so the positive pusher, that's a lot of challenges for people. But when you have a think tank partner, and that's what I have a think tank partner, and she's awesome. So that's a person that knows you almost as well as you know yourself, and they see your potential, they know your potential, and they are able to provide you with ideas, with things that are in your head but they're stuck there. But because they said it out loud, it's just that it resonates with you so much, and it's something that you know you can move forward with. Just like having a sponsor, my think tank partner had shared this with me, like, this is something that you could possibly do with your channel. Everyone needs a think tank partner. That's what I call them. And so my think tank partner is better than yours. No, but I have a great think tank partner, and I believe everyone should have one. So when you have those things in your head, you don't feel like that you are as creative as you need to be in that moment, that person will step up for you and take your creativity to the level it needs to be. And they also give you that encouragement and inspiration to do it, because they can see it. And if they can see it, you might say to yourself, well, then, yeah, I can see it too. So also just writing, having a brain dump and just writing out everything that's in your head, because it sounds like you probably do have a lot of things that's going on in your head, and you want to bring it to life. So just write it out. Just take a few moments, maybe 3 to 5 minutes every morning or in the evening, whenever you think ideas really start to flow to you, and just write. Don't even think. Don't even have punctuation. Just write words down on a paper. Eventually, those words are going to start making a lot of sense. And when they do, that's when you move into action, when you can start really understanding, comprehending the things that you're writing, and you start to move into action towards that. Okay, let's see. And the positive pusher said, I still get nervous every time I go live. It does get a little exhausting, and it is work. Yeah, I always get nervous. It's, I try to play some music before I go live. I try to look around. I try to definitely relax and relate, because I'm leaving whatever I was just doing behind, because I really want to focus, stay in the moment. Like right now, the only thing I'm thinking about is this live. The only thing I'm thinking about is you guys who are in the chat. So I stay present, and that helps me a lot with the live, because I enjoy conversating. I enjoy sharing information. I enjoy empowering people. So it gives me a lot of energy, but then at the end, it's exhausting, because I build myself up, boom, 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 build everything up, and then it's like a crash, like, oh. So that's why I know I have to be in better shape, because this is how I am even when I'm instructing, training my apprentices, my interns. I'm giving them so much, especially with self-awareness and self-management, making better choices, understanding what their goals are, their outcomes, and doing all that, pouring that into them, changing their mindset so that they can be successful. When I do those trainings, at the end of the day, I am exhausted, because I'm pouring in. So I am pouring into you all, and it's a good exhausted. It's not a bad exhausted. It's a lovely exhausted, because that you have a purpose. And so I love it. But yeah, it's exhausting work at the same time. You want to always make sure there's no second takes with lives either. The positive pusher, that's the thing that gets me. When you just record a video, you can have 2 or 3 takes. I typically just have 1 or 2, but you can always re-record or not even post it. But when you're live, it is what it is. This is it. Missed words and all. So Mrs. Newton's big family, big noise. Oh, let me see. Oh, you said that you need one of those partners, a think tank partner. Everybody needs a think tank partner. So until you have yours, until you identify who your think tank partner is, I'll be your think tank partner on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I definitely love to leave time at the end of my lives to ask questions, to see if you have any questions. So this way, especially when I'm by myself. Now, when I have my guests, they're sharing great information. But when I'm by myself, I definitely want to leave the floor open so that it can be an open forum so that people can get out what they need. Try to get some responses, some answers to questions that they have. So let's see. Okay, so the positive pusher is saying that she goes live at least twice a week, and she's been doing it for about 9 months. She said, I still get nervous, especially because I'm giving out information and having discussions. See, for me, I love questions. When I train, when I'm on a panel, and I've been on panels at large conferences and live panels, I love it when the audience asks questions because I love what I do so much. Even if I don't know the answer, I will try to direct them to someone who does or whatever, but it just really helps my mind to continue to move and think. And that just makes me feel so young and vibrant. Like, wow, I could think like that. Okay. Let's see. Vernell is saying, yes, get to a notebook and write it down, brainstorm with someone else that's like you, that feed off of you. I can look at things in a different perspective with you at the same time. Yes, absolutely. That's the good thing about talking it out with other people. Yeah, you might have similar perspectives of things, but you do want to also have them to have a slightly different angle so that, in a way that you didn't necessarily see it. And that gives you a broader perspective of that situation, of that opportunity, especially an opportunity. Okay, let's see. All right. So the positive pusher is saying, yes, I always rewatch my lives to see how I did and changed. I need to see any changes that you need to make, if any. Woo, I don't look at my lives. I don't look at my videos. Again, I don't know. I when I write, I don't reread what I write. I always have to have an editor, someone else to read what I've written. I don't know. It's hard for me to watch myself, to read my words, to hear myself. So I just don't. I just hope for the best. I pray for the best and just go for it. I hope that other people definitely will watch, but for me, it's just challenging. But I know that it is important to be able to critique, but that's also why I have a think tank partner. She is amazing for me. She tells me things about lighting, about sound, about different things. And that's very helpful. And I trust her judgment enough to not have to second guess it. So, that's something too. So Sister Fifi Tyson says she doesn't either. She doesn't look at her things either. And Vernell said, because it feeds your mind and keeps your mind motivated and keeps you on your toes. That's why you like answering questions. Yeah, I think it is definitely. I feel like I'm young at heart, and the only way that you can stay young is if your mind stays young. And by your mind staying young is to learn new things, hear new things, experience things, have it work all the time, not just being dormant. That is really important. So for those of you who are on the fence about going live, about having people ask you questions, I say that's a great way to exercise your brain. I may not be able to exercise my body the way I want to all the time, but my brain gets exercised. Let's see. Vern's Junk Closet says, love light. I have another obligation. Thank you, Vern, for being in the building. Thank you for being an amazing moderator. Thank you for just being who you are. I look forward to our panel tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Absolutely. And let's see. Vernell is saying, when you write, it is like looking at a movie over and over again. You always learn something different. So always read your notes. Yeah, so when I have notes, I definitely read my notes. But if I write like an article or a blog or something like that, I typically don't reread that. But when I have notes where I'm capturing nuggets, I always go back and refer. I highlight, I will tab pages. anything so that I can go back and reference that information, because that's stuff that's going to stick with me and stay with me. Let's see. Monique is saying love and light. Okay, great. Yes, everyone's saying goodbye to Vern Junk Closet. She's amazing. So you guys, we are coming to an end tonight. I will be back here next Friday. I will have a special guest at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, my sponsor for today's live is Kreative Minds Create. Please be sure to go to that website, check out all the amazing things that can be done creatively as a keepsake, as a treasure for your loved one, as a treasure for yourself. If you are a mother and you miss your children, you love your children, you have your children with you, your children live far away, you can get a beautiful necklace, a beautiful bracelet. I would love the bracelet so that when I'm writing or when my arm is at rest, I can just look down and see the beautiful faces of my children. Anything that you love, your pet, a favorite pet that you have, you can treasure them through jewelry. And Kreative Minds Create is definitely the place that I would recommend 100% to go and check out to get that done. So I appreciate everyone that has been rocking with me in the building in this live tonight. We had Burns Junk Closet. We had Sister Fifi Tyson, Monique Scott, Mrs. Newton's Big Family, Big Noise. I always get myself in trouble when I do this. Let's see. Vernell Livingston, amazing. We have the Positive Pusher. We had Zaya Rose in the building. Let's see. Who else? Don't want to miss anyone. I always start with the naming of the people, and I don't want to miss anyone. But even if you were here, but you did not show up in the chat, I appreciate you. If you are catching this on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I know that this hour is not always appropriate for everyone, but I appreciate you for just stopping by and figuring out, what is Coach Sherry talking about attraction marketing? And I hope that you got a nugget too. And I appreciate everyone in the chat for sharing what your nuggets have been with this information that I shared with you. I'm giving you my heart and my soul. Remember, this channel is about workforce development, career readiness, entrepreneurship, and of course, real life, real issues, and real talk. Thank you again to Kreative Minds Create for sponsoring this live, and their information will be in the description box below. Remember, practice how you play, because when you practice hard, you will always play to win. This has been Real Talk with Coach Sherry.